Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Dragon's Lair. My name is Brent. Today we're going to be going over some newer comics added to the collection. Most of the stuff is like newer stuff. If you don't know, I'm a big like G.I. Joe fan, so we will be covering some of the newer Joe comics. Plus, we started some new series. I've been reading Transformers, but I started Dork and I started Battle Beast. I can't afford to go out and buy like every new comic that's out there. But I did start reading those, really enjoyed them. But we're going to go over the stack of comics I got here. But, oh, don't chew on that. I'm always kind of leery about showing off new puppies because we lost a puppy to Parvo a few years ago. But we do have a new puppy. Hopefully we don't get Parvo again. That was terrible. But my wife, she saw this little puppy and she sent me a picture and I said, well, whatever, if you want her, you want her. She's just a little piss pot. She's like 8 weeks old right now. But this is Violet. So Miss Violet. Told my wife, I said, you named her after the Incredibles daughter. So she's a superhero already. She's a little piss pot. But she's her father was a Chug and her mother was some kind of terrier Chihuahua. So she'll probably be just a small little pup. But she's our newest little addition. Playful little thing. You know how puppies go. Of course, I got two of my other dogs in here with me. They're kind of back here laying down, but maybe they'll make an appearance. I don't know. The other two are out in the living room. But anyways, we're going to get right into the G.I. Joe issues I got here. I have read every single one of these books already. But we're going to start right off with the newer G.I. Joe series by Image. This is just the regular G.I. Joe series. This is issue 19. If you like G.I. Joe, I highly recommend you get either one of the G.I. Joes. I mean, they're both really good, and they are crossovers into the Transformers. Oh, let's see what we got here. This one has scrap iron in it. Oh, come on, be some cool artwork here. Trying to find something awesome. And, of course, I'm, like, failing. I don't know if this was the first appearance of scrap iron in this series or not. But here, we'll just go here. I'm not going to keep flipping through all this. You get a little gist of it. Sorry if it's a little blurry. Sorry if you're getting a little bit of a glare. It's always dark in my bedroom in here, so. And then we got issue number 20. I accidentally messed up when I was there. I got these at Heroes Your Mom Threw Out, and he set a whole bunch of copies aside, and I set the ones I didn't want, and they were, I don't know, somehow I grabbed them instead of the ones I wanted, but these were the Invincible month variant. But it is what it is, so this is issue 20. I didn't want this one, but we got it, as you can see right there. Maybe you can see it. And Invincible variant. Like I said, the last one had scrap iron in it. I think it was scrap iron. It was at 21. I'm pretty sure it was scrap iron in that one. I can't remember if it was issue 18 or 19 that he was introduced in. This is where Duke finally meets Optimus Prime. If you don't know, Duke is very adamant about destroying all of them because they killed his one military buddy. I don't know if it was his co-pilot or if it was the pilot of another G.I. Joe jet. But he's very adamant about fighting against all the robots. But he does make friends with Optimus Prime and realizes that there are good guys and bad guys. And then we got issue 21. Very cool looking cover there. Little Storm Shadow and Scarlet action. If you don't know, Scarlet did train with the Rashikage clan. Which this is it's not like completely, but it's almost a silent issue. There are just some words in here. Which, check that. I don't think they ever made a toy of that, but that thing is freaking awesome looking. Maybe they should. But this is as far as this series is issue 21. Of course, you got Jinx, Scarlet, and Storm Shadow right there. Which in this series, they did different series. They did Duke, Cobra Commander. They did one. Was it Scarlet or Jinx? I think it was Scarlet. Scarlet and Jinx are like almost like sisters, basically. Not blood sisters, but they're just that good of friends. But highly recommend that series if you like G.I. Joe. Next up, we got the Real American Hero version. This is 326. I've covered all the other ones in past videos. Absolutely love that Snake Eyes cover. On the back you can see the variants. Definitely a fun series. So this kind of takes off from the original series, which was, gosh dang, sorry, my nose is like itching right now. Which was Marvel, and then I think it was IDW. I want to say it was IDW. And then Image took over. Oh, let's see what we got here. We got a little Snake Eyes action right there. Which I do believe Snake Eyes talks in this. It's either this or it's the other series. He talks in one of these series. Maybe it's both, I can't remember. I read so much I can't remember it all. And then we also got number 327, which is got us caught right up on the series. I read all 21 and 27 of the Image comics, both series. Highly recommend them. Oh, come on. Gotta find something cool in here. Well, here we're blasting up like a Android. Pretty cool. Highly recommend both of those series. If you like G.I. Joe. If you don't, well, whatever. And then we also got, they've done a lot of side series on G.I. Joe, but they're also doing the silent missions. So this is just like issue 21 of the original series, where it's just completely silent. All pictures. You can go through this book in like 2 minutes, you know, and just look at all the artwork. But this is the Baroness. Got all the variants on the back. I'm not going to show these ones off. Then we also got Zartan. Master of Disguise. Sorry about the glare. And then we got Copperhead. The unofficial Dreadnought. He should be a Dreadnought in my opinion. Him and Crocmaster both. I mean, they're both from the swamps. The Dreadnoughts are the swamps. All the variants on the back. I am sorry about that glare. I know it's giving you a glare there, but... Then we also got the Crimson Guard. Little Cobra Commander on there, too. Remember, Crimson Guard once replaced Cobra Commander. His name was Fred. And that's it for the G.I. Joe. All the newer ones in the series. And then, if you don't know, I started reading the Transformers series, and I highly recommend the Transformers series from Image. I've shown the previous 16 issues, so now I'm completely caught up. This is issue number 17. Which I couldn't get all the like first prints or anything like that, because some of them I could, and some of them I like the other prints better. But this is number 18. Of course, after this video, I'm going to probably bag and board these and then take care of them. Got some full page art there, which that is Bruticus and Devastator. So there's like conflict amongst the ranks in this, between the Decepticons. Where some are following Soundwave, some are following Starscream. So, very good series. I should have bought it when it first came out, because issue 1's like a $30, $40 book now. I had to get the 10th printing, because, you know, that's all he had. So, and this is issue number 19. Megatron does finally get awakened, does finally come back. We got number 20. Jazz and RC on the cover. There's actually another one that looks just like RC, and she's Alita. So she was Optimus's general, like on Cybertron. Next up, we got issue number 21. I can't remember his name. He was all the jets that was 5 Autobots turned into one giant robot. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, nor what they were all called. I know what they are, but you know, as soon as I turn this camera on, I forget everything. Then we also got issue number 22. Little Starscream looking to kill somebody. We got issue number 23 with Ultra Magnus on there. In this series, Ultra Magnus was actually taken hostage by Shockwave on Cybertron, and he was like tortured for like 1,000 years or something like that. Some crazy number, I don't know. Messed with his head. Then we also got issue number 24. Like I said, I highly recommend this series. Optimus and Megatron fighting there. Can't go wrong with that. Okay, now issue 25 I had shown in months ago in a previous video, as I had bought that when it first came out because it was like a die cut cover where Optimus's head folded out on the front and back. So I had previously shown that one in a different video, so I don't have it issue 25 in this. But we're gonna go right on to issue number 26. Cool looking cover there. Which this series jumps back and forth between Cybertron and Earth, especially in these later issues. So eventually you'll start, if you do start reading this series, which great series, I highly recommend it. You'll start seeing Elita. So this was issue 27, which that is Elita. She looks just like RC, in my opinion. Let's see if there's a close-up of Elita on here. Maybe there is. Got to be somewhere. And I'm not seeing it. See, I had to say something and I jinxed myself. Well, I see RC in it. Maybe that was RC on the cover. I'm pretty sure that's Elita on the cover, though. Well, get another little shot of Optimus. If you know me, I love when they do like full page or like the double full page art. And then we got issue number 30. Which eventually in this series, RC becomes... Ultra Magnus drops his status as a Magnus, and RC becomes a Magnus. And then Elita will eventually become a Prime, which you see right here. I don't want to be, ruin all of it, but Elita becomes a Prime, and there can only be one Prime. So, but you can see how similar Elita, sorry about the glare, Elita is to RC. So, it's very, very similar. Let's see if there's a picture of RC here somewhere. This is where Elita, she basically comes to Earth, and then challenges Prime. Prime's like, that's not how it works, and he willingly gives her the Matrix. And then, Prime will become just Prime. So sorry if I ruin it for you, some spoilers. Yeah, I got a little puppy here. Little puppy getting in the way, huh? You on the camera again? Everybody can see a close-up of you. Yeah, she's a cutie pie. She's a piss pot, though. And then we also got issue number 31. My man Megatron. He's not my favorite Decepticon. A fierce, fierce leader, though. I will always be a Soundwave. And all his cassette tapes. Some cool artwork right there. Very, very cool. That is it for the Transformers. I'm completely caught up on the Transformers series. Highly recommend you check that series out. Next up, we got half dwarf, half orc, all dork. Which, if you don't know, dork is actually a nickname I've gone by for a long time. But, is what it is. Anyways, this is Dork issue number 1. This is the 3rd printing. Apparently, this is a very, very popular series. It's brand new. And I didn't even realize it was new, but the shop I went to only had this issue. So basically, the orc is dark and the dwarf is light. And somebody from the light sends somebody to kill him because they don't, because he possesses both powers, dark and light. And then somebody from the dark sends somebody to try to kill him. But yet he's not like a... He doesn't want to kill people. He doesn't want to hurt people, although he ends up hurting people. You can see some... And he's got a shield that's kind of like possessed. So his shield's constantly talking to him, and his shield just wants to kill. Kill, kill, kill. Here's another one of the Invincible variants I accidentally picked up. So this is Dork issue 2. I didn't want this one, but it is what it is. It's the one I got. Of course, on the back, he actually kills a chicken, and the chicken was a restaurant owner. And then the chicken's body's still running around without the head, and the head's like a ghost. So, very, very cool either way. Great series. I'm only, it's only 3 issues in, but, I think it's fun. Fun little series. Let's see if we got something cool here. But just a fun little series to read. A lot of blood and gore in it. So I wouldn't let, like little kids read it or anything like that. And here's issue 3, which you see he has a dwarf attacking right here. That dwarf was sent from the light to kill him, the light side. The dark and the light. So, let's see, something cool here. Picking a little fight here with between dwarf and dork, rather, not orc. But that is a fun little series. I would definitely recommend that series. I've read all 3 issues. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. Go read it for yourself. I don't want to spoil it or ruin it for anybody. And the next series is one that Jared Up to Heroes Comic Shop said. I was talking Invincible with him, and I said, I've kind of been watching the show a little bit. I'm like maybe episode 7 or something like that now, on season 1. And he said, well, maybe you should check this out. Go read this. And this was Battle Beast. Battle Beast was in like episode, 4 or 5 of the TV show where he just throws a beat in everybody. Just amazing artwork right there. Of course, on the back you can see all the different variants. But I picked this series up, started reading it. I would highly recommend this series. It's like I couldn't wait to read the next issue. It's like I got done reading issue 1. It's like I had 4 at the time, and I was like, boom, grab the next one. I just went 4 in a row, and then when I bought these books, there were only 7 issues out at the time, and he had 5, 6, and 7 put aside for me just in case I liked 1 through 4. And I went right back up like a week later, and it's like I got to pick them up. So, of course, issue 8 came out at the same time. So then we got number 2. Battle Beast. I don't know. I think Image is actually, they're putting out some good series. Get you a little bit with the bag off on that cover. So if you don't know what Battle Beast is, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but he's got like a death wish basically, and he wants to die, but he wants to die by hands of a warrior that can defeat him. That's his ultimate goal. Which this is a very, very bloody book. So if you like blood and gore, this would be right up your alley. I'd say, I'd highly recommend this series. Then we got issue number 3. See some of the variants on the back. Let's find something very, very cool. Like I said, I don't want to ruin this for anybody, but I would definitely highly recommend this series. Let's see, something cool. One of the issues there, it shows from the actual cartoon that they did of it, where it shows where he throws it's Invincible and all the guys that Invincible's working with. He just throws him a beat, and like Monster Girl, I think it is, and the one robot dude. I can't remember all their names. I've never read the Invincible series, so, but he was the one that threw him a beat in that, and I think it might have been issue 1 where they showed a picture of that, and he was pathetic, but he never fought Omni-Man that I know of, but maybe he does eventually. I don't know. Then we also got issue number 4. Which I believe that's a witch on the cover. So he ends up freeing a prince on the one world. He's got a ship that's it's got a computer that's like a self-aware computer or whatever. So the ship's trying to help him, find somebody that can defeat him or whatever. But one guy he kills, a prince comes out of it, so he goes to this world to help the prince free his world from a great, beast that overthrew his kingdom and stuff like that. So I would definitely say this isn't for little kids. Here, we'll just go with this. So this is back on that prince's home world. And his only goal is just fight. He doesn't care. Anything else is boring to him. He just wants to go and fight. Biggest death wish ever. Next up, we got issue number 5. I think my friend Kevin would definitely love this series. He's a big Invincible fan, I believe. He's the one that got me into Invincible. Had me watch episode 1 there on Amazon Prime at his parents' cabin up here when he came up. A little bit of artwork there. That's somebody that Battle Beast fights there. Very, very cool. I don't want to ruin it for Kevin, so hopefully I didn't say anything that ruined it for you, Kevin, if I did. Or anybody, about definitely go check this series out. Of course, here. Show a little bit of artwork right there. Issue number 6. I did that one kind of out of order, but I don't care. And this is probably my favorite cover out of all of them. This is actually a McFarlane cover, so this is issue number 7. Which they say McFarlane's going to retire. Of course, you can see the McFarlane right there. That cover is just insane. Absolutely love it. Oh, let's find something cool here. This is after he kind of got thrown a beating. Very, very cool artwork. Like I said, man, let's just show that cover again. Gotta love McFarlane. Wicked, wicked cover. And finally, we got issue number 8, which I am caught up on that series. Which, like I said, this definitely isn't for little kids. Oh, we got some full page art. Absolutely love it. Going into the fray. Can't complain with that. That's it for current books. I do have a few other books here that I got. If you don't know, I am going for all the G.I. Joe runs, basically. There's a lot of them out there. But I did pick up issue number 81 from Marvel, Real American Hero, which that's Thrasher, and I can't remember that. It's one of the Battle Force guys. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I did read this book. Fun read. I love G.I. Joe, so. Then we also got issue number 114, introducing Metalhead, which these guys are all, it's got like Steeler, Rock and Roll, I can't remember who else. Fighting Metalhead, which I don't remember Metalhead, but apparently he had a figure back in the day, but that was probably after I quit collecting the toys and stuff like that when I was a kid. And then we also got issue number 127, which I did say I read all these books. I haven't read this one yet. This is my to read today. This is issue number 127. Little helicopter that just probably wouldn't work. I wouldn't want to fly that thing, but it is what it is. And then last but not least, I picked this up for my brother. He wanted to know how much it was, and we'll get it out. This is an old Dell book. He actually, Jared threw it in. He says, nah, no cost. It's beat up. Beat to hell or well loved, but this is Hogan's Heroes number, I don't know. It's from 1966, but it's from Dell Comics. So if my brother Scott's watching this, I got this comic for you. Oh, it's so cool looking inside. Got a little Schultz on there. I remember watching that show so much as a kid. Very, very cool. I might have to read this before I give it to my brother. But, I don't know if Colonel Klink's in here or not. Oh, yeah, right there. There's a little Colonel Klink. Absolutely love it. Very, very cool. But that's it for my just recent comics added to the collection. Mostly newer stuff. But, I mean, I've got other stuff to do videos on, you know, flea market finds and stuff like that. But that's it for mostly the newer comics added to the collection that are new series. Is basically what this video was about. But highly recommend all those series I just showed. Well, I don't know about the Hogan's Heroes or, you know, whatever. But any of those newer series, Battle Beast, Dork, G.I. Joe, Transformers. Highly recommend all those series from Image. Like I said, I think Image is actually kind of killing it right now. Which a lot of people probably don't want to hear that, because for some reason a lot of people don't seem to like Image, but I like Image quite a bit. So that's all I got for this one. You know, I hope you guys liked something that you saw or thought it was cool or whatever. But you know, like, comment, subscribe. It's all cool. It's all good. Thanks for watching, guys.